All right, quack quack. Let's talk duckbills today. I recently did a video on some new SK duckbills I picked up not too long ago. Got a great deal on these on the steals and deals. Just couldn't pass them up. But this is the pair I've used forever. It's the Craftsman older Western Forge ones, and they really are useful pliers. You can see I've used these a lot over the years, and this is my go-to pair. And they're just really useful. You know, certain times you need that little bit wider purchase on something, or you need to grab something. I usually, you know, if you think about a piece of sheet metal or something you're trying to pull, they just grip really well. They don't slip off. They don't tend to damage things as much because of the wider profile of them, and they're just really a handy pair of pliers to have. If you don't have a set, you gotta own a pair of duckbills. But I recently picked up a pair and one of the estate sales. You may have seen it in one of my videos, and it's an old pair of duckbills, and I thought that was just so cool, and I am going to try to clean it up today. I have no idea of the maker on it. It says number 31 over here. Over here there's some sort of branding. I can't actually read it, but I'm going to see if I could clean that up, and we'll figure out who the maker is and hopefully be able to put these into service. The teeth look pretty good. There is some surface rust, hopefully not much pitting under there when we get into it. And the reason I really think this could be a practical pair for me is they're a little bit thinner, as you can see there. So if I needed to get into a spot where it was a little bit harder to get into, these are a little thinner. At the thickest point I measured with the calipers, these are about 7 mil, and these are about 5 mil. They're about the same at the tip, but as they go up, these definitely get wider, and these stay a thinner profile. So let's get these on the wire wheel and clean them up. So if you guys remember, I recently picked up this Delta bench grinder, and I am very happy with it. It was missing the left-handed thread nut, which was a pain in the neck to get, but once I got it up and running, very happy with the power. It says it's only 1/5 horsepower, but she's got a lot more power than my Craftsman and obviously Harbor Freight bench grinder, so really happy with it. And then I went from the wire wheel over to the fiber wheel, which you've seen in other videos, and then ultimately finishing it up with the Dremel tool, getting in all those little nooks and crannies. All right, so off the bench wheel, with the also using a fiber wheel and the wire wheel, this is what it says. So there it is. It says Utica, and it's in a diamond pattern. I thought it was Diamond brand, but it's actually Utica, which is a great company. Use great steel. Number 31. They're about 7 3/4 inches long, where these are 8 1/4. So these are about a 1/2 inch shorter. Not much. But overall they came out pretty good. I think what I'm going to do now is maybe hit it with the belt sander a little bit. Just make it a little bit more polished, fine, you know, take out some of those fine scratches and whatnot. I think I'm not going to worry too much about the handles at this point. I knocked all the heavy stuff off, and the reason for that is I'm going to see if I could come up with a solution for the handles, because they do feel nice now that I knocked all the edges off. They are kind of buttery smooth, but I want to see if I could get some sort of a grip for them. So I'm going to work from here up, trying to get that really nice and cleaned and polished out, and then let's see if I could come up with a solution for the handles. I got a couple of thoughts running through my mind. So here's my old Rockwell belt sander, 42 inch. Picked it up for $5 if you haven't seen that video. But she's been running a little funny lately, so I just put new bearings in the motor, and it seems to be working much better. Took out the fine scratches there, and then over to my Harbor Freight polisher, put some compound and buffed it out. Might do a review on this one day, we'll see, but it's been held up pretty well, so happy with that polisher. So this is what it looks like, really nice and polished. I'm really happy with the way it came out. Look at that, huh? Tell you what, the finish on this is way better than these brand new ones I got. Look at that difference, huh, when you really polish them out. Feels great. Dropped a little oil in there. The rust came pouring out of the pivot there, and now they work great. Didn't go crazy on the handles, like I said, because I wanted to try something on there that I've never tried before. My first shot at this, and if it doesn't work, I'll take it off and do something else, but is putting some heat shrink tubing on it. Thinking that a piece of this might just give me a nice enough grip where, you know, it won't slip out of the hands, and it'll feel nice. So I'm going to put a couple of these on there and shrink them on. Let's see what happens.
So heat shrink comes in all sorts of lengths that you can get. You could buy it in tubes and cut it to size. I'm just using a regular grade heat shrink here, and it's about 4 inches. And you could get a marine grade that is definitely probably thicker, as well as probably a little bit more resistant to oil and weather and whatnot. But I'm happy with the way this one's working.
All right, there is the completed set of pliers, and I gotta say, the shrink wrap works. It's good enough for what I wanted it to accomplish. Is it super cushiony? No, but it keeps the grip. It won't slide out of your hands when you're jostling them around. It's a lot easier to move them. Won't slide, and they look nice. They really do look nice. You wouldn't know that that is a heat shrink if I didn't tell you. If I just started it with this, you can see there's a little bit of a wrinkle there, but you don't really, it looks worse on camera than it really is, just because of the way, I guess, the bend is on it. But they came out great. I left a little bit of space there so it wouldn't look goofy when it got heat shrinked over, and I think overall they look great. I'm going to try to put a couple of comparison pictures here together at the end. If you're interested in a set of these, I checked on eBay. They're not super rare. There are quite a bit of them out there. They go for about 15-20 bucks, unfinished, obviously, in used condition. And there are a nice pair of pliers. Look how nice and smooth they are. Look at the teeth on them. Everything came out great. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you like these types of videos, if you like tool restorations, tool hauls, and so forth. So have a great day. Thanks, guys.